Ikea is one of the most famous furniture brands in the world. And for many people, the only reason they know Sweden. So I have traveled from Stockholm all the way to Älmhult in southern Sweden to visit the town in which the founder opened up the first Ikea in the world in the 50s. But I'm not here to buy any furniture. I'm here to prank customers by telling them that Ikea is celebrating the International Chess Day, which, by the way, I'm not kidding you, is actually today. And that if customers want any help, they need to play me in a game of chess first. Let's go! Welcome to Ikea. I'm a little bit nervous, I'm not gonna lie. People are buying their furniture and I'm about to tell them to play chess. I mean, it's a little bit random, isn't it? It's like a cactus. I'm wondering if anyone thinks that I work here, but no one is looking at me like it. We're just celebrating International Chess Day.
We're looking for paper.
Yeah.
Sofa.
For sofas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Yeah, no, I understand. I can help in just a second, but I'm actually here for the International Chess Day.
Okay.
I play chess.
Okay.
So, do you play any chess yourself?
Yes, okay.
Yeah? That's awesome.
Yes.
Could you solve this chess myself? It's a checkmate on one for black. Yes? You got it! Good job, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, wanna go and check out the tables?
Yes, but yes.
So I've now told two people that if they beat me at chess, I'll buy them anything they want. And they played chess against me, but I beat both of them because, let's be honest, chess is a brutal game. Like, if you don't really play a lot, you're probably gonna lose against someone who is better at chess than you. So I feel like I need a winner, and that's why we're gonna step this up. I'm gonna go to a different section of Ikea and I'm gonna find two different people and I'm gonna get them to play chess against each other so that I can have a winner. And then the winner of that game might get a little something. I am in Ikea by myself. I feel like there's literally nobody. Like, way. I'm so dizzy, but like literally there's nobody here. I don't understand. I hear voices, but the people are not here. There's like in each room, which is huge, there's like maximum one person that instantly walks away. This is absolutely insane. Where are the people buying stuff at Ikea? Go to Ikea and buy stuff. Like, where is everyone? Okay, we're gonna go this way. Excuse me, are you interested in buying something here? We're celebrating International Chess Day right now.
International Chess Day?
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, you know chess. Like the game chess.
Yeah, oh, chess, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you said chess.
Hi, excuse me, do you play any chess?
No.
Hello, do you play chess?
I don't speak English.
Vi håller på att göra en challenge där två helt random människor som antagligen är ganska dåliga på schack spelar schack mot varandra. Där vinnaren får köpa vad som helst för 1600 kronor.
Absolut, jag kan inte schack, men ja.
Ja, vad kul! Då kör vi!
I was so happy I had finally found my first chess opponent. However, I knew that the challenge was not over, as I still needed to find someone for him to play against. It was time to keep looking.
trying to find two people that play chess against each other. And then I was gonna give the winner whatever they want in Ikea for 1,600 crowns. Would you guys want to play? It'd be someone that's equally bad.
Ja, op zich is wel hard.
Jij kan sowieso het beste van ons drie.
Ja, is goed.
Do you want to play?
Ja, is oké.
Okay, let's go. So, we finally found two people that are going to be battling out on the chessboard for any IKEA item around around $160. So what's your name?
Emil.
Emil?
Ja, ja.
Emil, and we got Tobias, who are both pretty new to chess, I think, right? Or how much chess have you played before?
Not very much,
No.
no. No.
Have you like ever played online or anything?
No.
No, so you're like pretty much new to the game, and yeah, and you're also completely new. So this is gonna be super fun to see how this goes. You got 10 minutes on the clock. The moment the time runs out, you've lost the game, so you gotta finish the game within that time frame. All right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start the clock. Good luck. White starts.
Ska man trycka först?
As soon as the game started, I realized that both players had no idea of what was going on. White started with a pretty decent development of his pieces, but unfortunately, Black kind of didn't develop anything. He just kept pushing that H-pawn. He then tried to jump over a pawn with his bishop, and I realized that if he doesn't really know how the pieces move, it's probably going to be a very tough game for him. But I kept my hopes up of it being a close match, as neither player seemed to have played before. Emil didn't know that knights are always supposed to be developed towards the center. So he developed it to h3, but Tobias did, and he had developed his knight towards the center to a fantastic square f6. Now he pushed his pawn one step. He seemed to really like pushing pawns. Emil decided to fianchetto his bishop, which seemed to be something that he liked to do, and Tobias pushed his pawn one more step. And I started wondering if he knew that pawns can take 2 steps in one move in the beginning. I don't really think he did. But now the bishop went up, and Emil had fianchettoed his bishop, and now Tobias wanted to do the same thing. So he also pushed up his g-pawn one step. After some thinking, Emil decided to move his bishop up one square, which I'm not really sure what the bishop was doing there, because everything was defended, but maybe he was planning something to do later on in the game. Emil now seemed a little bit confused about what he wanted to do, but he looked at me as if it was for approval, and then he ended up castling. The knight went back. He went g4, and now this was a great position for Tobias. He traded his bishop, but now the problem is that Emil's king is so weak on g1. And after Tobias takes that pawn on g4, which he did, which was an amazing move, that rook is going to come into play, and now the tables are turned. Emil's king is very weak, and he started looking a little bit afraid. d6. Tobias now threatens a trade of bishops. And Emil, he doesn't see it. He moves up his knight and blunders a bishop right in the opening. The tables have turned. It seemed as if Tobias was not an experienced chess player, but now he seems like the more experienced one. He's already winning right out of the opening. He's a full piece up, which at higher level chess would almost be resignable for white. Emil moved up his pawn one step without realizing that that pawn is hanging. Both the bishop and the rook are threatening it, and without flinching, Tobias took that pawn. He was taking everything, he was looking confident, and he was dominating the game. The rook on f1 was being threatened, so Emil moved up the rook one step. And now Tobias moved back his bishop. It seemed as if nothing could go wrong here. However, Emil did a great move. He moved up his e-pawn 2 squares, putting that right in the middle of the center and threatening the bishop, and now Tobias did a huge mistake. He ended up just moving his bishop 1 square and putting it in a place where it could be captured. And now Tobias had lost his extra piece. But not only that, Tobias missed a fantastic move that Emil had in this position. The rook and the knight were both pointing towards that f7 pawn, and Emil saw it. He took the pawn and forced the queen and the rook. Now the queen had to be moved, but instead he moved the king one step, not defending neither the queen or the rook, and now the queen was taken. This obviously gave a huge advantage to Emil. Tobias was in check, and now the tables had completely turned. It went from Tobias being completely winning to being a full queen down. Tobias thought it was a checkmate here, but I told him that he could still fight in this game. So he moved up the king one square, but that was an illegal move, so he had to move it somewhere else. He went king g7. Emil had to find a way to finish the game, but instead he captured the pawn on b7 that was hanging. Obviously, he had time to do this as he was a full queen up, but this was not the fastest way of winning at all. Emil kept on capturing pawns. He finally moved his rook up 2 squares, maybe to activate that rook. Pawn was pushed, and this was a fantastic move because now the dark square diagonal is going to be amazing for white. So after Tobias captured that pawn on a4, Emil had bishop b2 check, which is a fantastic move, as now, well, Tobias needs to push the e pawn 2 squares, but that's a very difficult move to do. And if he doesn't do it, well, then the rook is going to be hanging. But not only that, the king is under a lot of pressure. So here, Tobias moved up his king, and well, Emil could have taken the rook, but instead he checked, which was also a really great move. And now the rook was hanging. Another piece fell down for Tobias, and now it just seemed like Emil was picking up piece after piece after piece. The knight went up. He had to move one of the pieces that he had, and while here Emil could have captured the knight on b8, which was just a completely free knight, but considering how much extra material he had, taking the one piece that was defending Black's king was not a bad idea at all. White moved his king one step. I'm not really sure where the king was going, but the king was on a run. He developed his knight, and Emil pushed up his pawn, maybe to prevent the knight from jumping up to b4. I'm not really sure. He didn't need to do this. The rook went back. And now he pushed his king up to get that queen into the h file. He's threatening right now a checkmate in 2. The rook moved. Queen h1 check. The king only has 1 square to go to. And now, after king g6, Emil had a checkmate in 1. Queen h5 checkmate. Right here. I was thinking, will he see it? Will he see that it's a checkmate in 1? I was staring at that square. I didn't know he would see it. He pushed his queen up, but only 2 squares, and he went queen h3. He did not see the checkmate in 1. Instead, he was planning on building a battery with the queen and the rook. The king moved, so there was no checkmate in 1 anymore, so he put his rook on the f file instead, and now he was threatening to move the king and do a discovery check. Well, the king on f7 would be in check as it was in the same file as the rook. There was a little bit of confusion here on if it was a check already now or not, so I was explaining to Tobias that he's soon going to be in check. So he moved his king. Now the queen went up, check. The king doesn't have a lot of places to go to. And now it was looking like the king was getting trapped. I thought that at any point it's going to be a checkmate. The king went up. Check. King e7. And now I could see in Emil's face that he was really going for that checkmate. He went king g2, opening up for his rook. He looked very happy. And now, after d5, He started calculating, is it really checkmate? Is the move that I'm seeing right now really checkmate? And the answer was yes. Rook of 7 was a checkmate right there, and he could almost not believe it himself.
It's a checkmate.
Yeah?
Ja, because you can't go here. Du kan inte gå hit för att hästen är här. Så det här är checkmate.
Då har han vunnit.
Ja, han har vunnit.
Grattis!
Thanks, thanks.
Shit alltså.
Good played, but you played really well as well for how little you've played. Like both of you, I was really impressed by how well you were playing. Well, congrats, that's fantastic.
Thanks.
It's time to take a trip around and you can tell me what you want. Perfect, we got them.
Shall I pick it?
Yeah, you can take it. Okay, we got you a new lamp.
Yeah.
Are you happy with it?
Yeah, I'm really happy. I'm really happy. Thanks.
So with this, we say goodbye to IKEA and to all the chess players we've met today. And a special thank you to Tobias and a huge congratulations to Emil, who won a lamp to bring back home to the Netherlands. It's time to leave Älmhult for a bigger city, but thank you so much everybody for watching this video, and if you don't play chess, start playing chess. All right, bye!
Ready?
Yeah, ready.
Okay.